I started as a knight with the master key because the straight sword that I wanted to use, well, that I was planning on using for most of the run, was the Astora straight sword, but it turned out to be not as good as the broadsword that the knight starts with. It was still pretty good for the early game. I swept my way through the early game. But I also chose the master key to get the Astora straight sword, as well as take the back row everywhere and have a key to unlock everything. So I woke up in the asylum, fat rolled, and then immediately took off enough clothes to fast roll. I rushed my way through the asylum, picked up my shield, then my sword, then the juice. I healed up, went through the fog gate, and then I plunged attack the asylum demon. I killed it first try, obviously, and then it was time for the starting circuit. I leveled up Faith to level 14 so that I could wield Astora's straight sword. I grabbed the Crest Shield, the Dragon Crest Shield, Astora's straight sword, and then I tried to go for the soul, but I ended up dying immediately. I then kicked this Black Knight off of the ledge and grabbed the Grass Crest Shield. I then killed this Titanite lizard for a couple of Twinkling Titanite to level up my sword.
Twinkling Titanites. Oh my god, I love ragdolls.
I made it to Andre to level up Astora's straight sword. I saw I only needed 100 more souls, so I decided to use a soul item.
There we are.
And that gave me enough souls to level up Astora's straight sword to +1. I killed this massive guy for a Titanite shard, and also because he was guarding the Firekeeper's soul to level up my Estus flask. I grabbed said Firekeeper's soul, went down the shortcut to Fire, and then I thought I was good enough to take on the catacombs without leveling up my Estus flasks. As well as only have beaten the Asylum Demon, and no other bosses. It went about as well as you'd think.
That was horrible. Ignore that. Oh, fuck. What? Oh my god, what the fuck was that bullshit?
After those deaths, I decided to go back to Andre to reinforce my Astora straight sword to do more damage. I decided to explore Undead Burg. I picked up the Knight Shield along the way, along with this large soul of an undead knight, and then I ended up dying to the pig and the bunch of undead in this area.
I didn't rest. I'm a fucking dumbass.
After that death, I decided to go and pick up the things I missed in Firelink Shrine, which are 6 homeward bones, a mace and a talisman. There we go. And then in this one, I believe it's 6 cracked eye orbs. Oh, it's 4. And then some Lloyd's talismans in this last one over here. There we go. I then ran back to get my revenge on all of the undead in this area. To top off my revenge, I gave the pig a sword enema. I gave this Black Knight a sword enema as well. It took a few sword enemas to bring him down.
There we go. Titanite chunk.
I then kicked down this ladder for the shortcut to this bonfire down there. I then went to pick up the basement key. I then talked to Solaire. I received an item that I never use. I then used the basement key to go to Lower Undead Burg. I unlocked the shortcut.
Ooh, he's running.
I then used the gravity strat to kill this Black Knight.
Drop down here.
With the Black Knight gone, I grabbed a ring that I never used throughout this entire playthrough. I then kill another Titanite lizard for more Twinkling Titanite. Now, this clip is exactly what I mean whenever I say the Astora Straight Sword is overpowered for early game.
Yo.
721 damage with a plunging attack, and 103 damage every hit. Like, that's pretty good for early game.
That was easy.
I could not have said it better myself. After the Taurus Demon, I went back to Andre to level up my Astora Straight Sword with the recently acquired Twinkling Titanite. After the visit to Andre, I was ready to face the gargoyles.
Huh?
Never mind. Well, I got my revenge on the Hollows and the Channeler and decided to let Lotric out of his cell. It was finally time for the gargoyle fight. I totally did it first try. With the gargoyles defeated, I rang the first bell of awakening. I attempted the catacombs and made it all the way to the pinwheel fight. And this was actually the longest pinwheel fight I've ever done.
Perfect.
I got the Mask of the Child, which actually increases my stamina recovery speed, which means I didn't need the Grass Crest shield and I could use a 100% block shield instead. I then went back to the Undead Asylum to grab the Rusted Iron Ring so that I could walk fast and roll fast in the Blighttown Swamp, as well as the waters that houses the Hydra in the Darkroot Basin. I also grabbed the Peculiar Doll, but I grabbed it for no reason because I never end up going to the Painted World in this playthrough. I then headed to Blighttown for the next Bell of Awakening. After dying once, twice, I decided...
Alright. Let's go through the deck.
Even though I 100% could have killed Quelaag at this point. I went through Lower Undeadburg to fight the Capra Demon to get the key to the depths so that I can take the long way to Blighttown and get some extra levels, because I thought that would help me defeat Quelaag. I unlocked a shortcut to Firelink Shrine. I went back to the Northern Undead Asylum to trade a Purple Moss Clump and a Blooming Purple Moss Clump for 3 total Twinkling Titanite. I used those Twinkling Titanites to level up Astora Straight Sword to +4. I then entered the depths. I then picked up the Large Ember, so I'm able to level up my broadsword to +10. I made it to the Depths Bonfire, killed the Rat Charmer, opened the shortcut to the bonfire, and then fought the Gaping Dragon. Like always, it's best to cut the tail off so it doesn't hit you with the sweeping tail attack. Shenanigans happened.
What was that?
And I finished off the Gaping Dragon. After the Gaping Dragon, I was a comfortable enough level to go back to Quelaag. I ended up beating her on my first attempt back. I rang the second Bell of Awakening and then went to fight Ceaseless Discharge for 20,000 extra souls. I then went back to Andre to level up my broadsword to +5. I then fought and killed the Moonlight Butterfly. I then killed Havel for Havel's ring, which ups my equip load. I then went to Sen's funhouse. After that fall, I went back to Andre, sat my controller down, and accidentally attacked. So I went to Oswald and requested absolution for 20,000 souls. It was back to Andre to level up my broadsword to +7. With my newfound strength, I managed to make it all the way to the bonfire of Sen's fortress without dying. I also leveled up my broadsword to +8, then +9. I bought 3 Titanite from this steel armored guy, and then leveled up my broadsword to +10. I then summoned Iron Tarkus, because why wouldn't you? And with his help, we destroyed the Iron Golem. I then left for Anor Londo.
Here we are in Anor Londo.
I made it to the first bonfire, and then I went through the second worst area in this entire, section of the game.
Ah, fuck.
Well, second time's the charm, and I made the swag jump over here. I then grabbed this divine blessing before I left this area. I then made it to Anor Londo proper. And this is the worst area in all of Anor Londo.
Oh my god. All those hours of farming the Silver Knights for the platinum paid off.
After that horrible section, I was met with a familiar face. I decided to kindle this bonfire because we all know what the boss of this area is. Here's a little tip for everybody else's playthrough. If you didn't know this already, you can actually jump over this ledge. Just like that. And you can be in a medium load or a light load like I was, and you can make that jump and it skips all of Anor Londo. It was time to fight Skinny and Biggie.
I can't fucking see! Damn!
This is an omen of what was to come.
I hate this fucking boss fight so fucking much. I hate how fucking slow Ornstein gets. Ornstein's supposed to be the fucking fast one, but he's slower than fucking Lardass over there. Dodged the initial hit. Jesus.
With Ornstein and Smo down, I can finally get the Lord Vessel.
O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter, since the day father is formed at Obscurus, I bequeath the... And without...
Perfect.
Next up was New Londo Ruins to talk to Ingward for the key to the seal, and also to drain the swamp so that I can get the very large ember so that I can max out my broadsword.
Yeah, very large ember. Let's go.
I then went back to Andre to give him the very large ember, and then I went to reinforce my broadsword all the way up to level 15.
Just need a Titanite slab.
Right, I forgot I haven't defeated the Stray Demon yet.
Titanite slab.
Now, with the Titanite slab, what do you think I did next? Did I go and level up my sword? No, I decided to go to the Fire Sage and instantly die. and then instantly rage quit after I died. I'm just gonna rapid fire the rest of the bosses that I fight. Demon Fire Sage. Finished. The Centipede Demon. Finished. Bed.
Okay.
Of.
Mandatory boss, everybody. Mandatory boss, everybody. I'm going fucking insane.
Chaos. Great Grey Wolf Sif. Finished. Seath the Scaleless.
Killed your bitch.
Dead. The Four Kings. Usurped. Gravelord Nito. Dead. Again. And now, Gwyn, Lord of Cinder.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Yep. I fucking suck at parrying Gwyn.
For real this time.
Okay. There we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be a slog. Yeah, this is an exploit, if you didn't know. Goodbye, Gwyn. You were just dunked on. Huh? I never got it. Well, there we go. Yay.
Well, thank you for watching Dark Souls 1, Straight Sword only.